Today was supposed to be a simple international passport renewal appointment, but honestly, I did not expect the day to turn out this way. From getting to the immigration office very early, to being told we couldn't wear certain things for our passport capturing, and even having to take off my lashes on the spot. Come with me as I take you through my entire passport renewal day in Enugu, Nigeria. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sikari. If you're watching me for the first time, you are very welcome. Here I do all things lifestyle. Let's go through my day together. So I left village very early at 5:30 in the morning because my appointment was for 9 a.m. But on getting there, I started seeing a lot of things. I started hearing a lot of things that were not in the appointment. I didn't were told this from home or it was included in the appointment. I will not be going through this right now. So the first thing was, on getting there, I found out that this, in fact, I don't even know where to start from. Getting there was actually not really a problem, but I got there. And as you can see, it was just when I'm here to ease myself. Actually, can you imagine that they have a toilet, but it is locked. The toilet is locked. I have to come out here. The lady say, go to the back and go and pee. This is an open field. Huh? Now, I'm thinking of going to the back of this place because everywhere is just open. I cannot come here and just come and open my bum that I'm peeing. Oh, wow. I would have gone to the back of the generator house, but that place is too bushy. God help me, I beg. And this bush, I will put my leg inside. Well, let me just bring out everything from my bag first. Immediately I was done, I had to bring out the tissue that was in my bag. Thank God I came prepared as if I knew. But this tissue was not actually meant for this. It was actually meant for when I ease myself. But thank God I came with enough. So I cleaned my leg, had to take off all those poto and everything because the grass was wet, you understand. I think it obviously rained that morning. I can't even remember because it didn't rain from Oji River where I was coming from. So this is the environment. This is the, the immigration office. I was just walking around, and one thing I noticed from the entrance is that the security guy was telling me, or the immigration officer at the gate was telling me, madam, no the video anything where you the video, just they go where you they go. I was just like, see this one, you never know me, they say I be content creator, I go create plus you put for the content. So that was what I was just saying. So this is me actually going to Mr. Oka's office because that was where I left. That was, I think, the lady that actually directed me to that place I went to ease myself is Goodbye. Okay. Wait, are you Mr. Oka? Okay. So as you can see, Mr. Uka is still not on seats, and this was already, I think it was already like 8:30. Mr. Uka has not arrived at work. So this is like what is it called? This is like the front of his office. I think also the man that I made payment to, because the man is not here. This is the front of the office. So they have this seat here. So at that moment, I was the only person sitting down there. I was just trying to show you guys the environment. So to cut the long story short, I sat down there for some time. Finally, Mr. Uka came. I went, I gave him my old passport, and then he asked me to go back to the tent. That's the canopy where I was sitting down before. I was asked to go back there and sit and wait for when they will come. I didn't know I don't know how they operate, you understand? So I told him, okay, no problem. At first,
pictures of you came to collect your passport. Make this gentleman arrest me. You are captured, and your passport is ready for collection. Meet him and arrest him. Not those looking for capturing.
So here they were giving us their rules and their regulation of how everything would go today with us. These are the rules, like I told you guys earlier. These are the rules that they were supposed to include in the appointment so we could come prepared. But getting here now, we are hearing something else. Their number one rule was no white shirts. I thank God I was putting on a brown shirt. Okay, so after number one, then the next thing they said were no colored hair. The girl sitting down right beside me, she was the one I was telling to pack her hair all back. She was putting on a red hair. I would have showed you guys, but I don't want anybody's problem. I don't include people in my videos like that anymore. So she was putting on like, wine red, like electric red hair. It was so obvious. So I told her to pack her hair all back. Now come. Also, they were telling those who are not biological parents of the children that were there, if they are not the biological parents, they should also say so. They shouldn't pretend to be the parent of the children, that they have their ways of finding out. I was like, bam. Problem day. These are all the things you were supposed to include in the this thing, but you did not include them. They also said for those of us putting on lashes, and guess what? I'm putting on lashes, I'm putting on a nose ring, so that I was going to take all those things out. I wish you guys could hear everything.
Fresh passports, because it's at that point that corrections can be made. Once you allow any error to leave that place, it's going to hit production. It's going to come out on your passport like that. When the officers ask you to check and you tell them that your data is correct, they'll tell you to sign. What you are signing is an oath that my data has been checked by me and are certified correct. So anything that comes after that, I don't have anybody to blame but blame myself. So before you bind yourself to that, please you check very well. Then as you go into the hub for capturing, you are going to switch off your phones, you put it in your pocket, or you put it in your bag. But probably last week when you were filling your phone, you feed one of your girlfriends as your next of kin, or one of your wives as your next of kin. And this morning you quarreled with the person, I don't want the person to be your next of kin again. You are allowed to change. But the only thing is that we need the person's phone number and name. So if you don't know the person's phone number, we advise you to get the sheet of paper to write. Since you be powering your phone, so that you can give them to put in the system. Then eyelashes, you don't catch on additional eyelashes. If you are a lady and wearing additional eyelashes, it has to be removed or trimmed off entirely before you can capture. Then I thought of colored hair. If you are a lady and you have a black wig to cover up the color on your hair, it's allowed. You won't have problem with that. So do you have any questions? So I'll start with the bachelor.
And many more. Here I am pulling out the lashes because it was almost time for me to go do my own capturing. Finally, I'm done. So the next thing now is for collection. That'll be the next thing I'll be coming for, and I don't know when I will be coming for collection. So this is me leaving the immigration office now. Remember I told you guys the security guy at this gate told me that I should stop filming. So I had to be very careful as I was approaching the gate. I was like, I don't want wahala, beg. Sure, yes, immigration officer and the police too. So this area is actually MNA in Enugu. This is the area they call MNA. If you get to Enugu and you're hearing MNA, this is MNA. Very close to the airport. I think it's like 3 minutes to the airport if you are driving by yourself, you understand? So I had to take public bus again. I crossed the road. I obviously won't show you guys how I was crossing. So this is the bus. So this bus is actually taking me direct. This is one thing I love because this is Enugu Abakaliki Expressway. So it's an express. So it's a one-way bus to the park. And the park where I'm going to is where the market is located. So I actually did not have much stress when I was moving around, you understand? So it's a one-way thing. Immediately I came down from the village bus, I entered the bus that was bringing me here. Like I told you guys, it's been more than 10 years I actually came to this immigration, because where the immigration office was before is not where it is now. Before it was at Independence Layout, I think. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But now is at MNA. And I actually like it because MNA is close to the airport. So, you know, all the airport things should be in one side. So this is me in the bus, and this breeze decided to scatter the remaining part of my hair. You guys remember that I told you that I've been trying to, in the first video, if you watch my get ready for this particular video, I have been trying to comb this hair to bob, but the hair is not bobbing. It refused to bob, and the breeze has kukuma scatter everything. So I came here to eat abacha. Abacha people have not come. I decided to go and buy bonnets. So I was able to pick two. All the bonnets I'm seeing here. You know, one thing about me is that most things that entice people don't entice me. So I just bought the ones I like and left. So here I was looking for a nose ring and an earring also. You know, these tiny stud earrings. I was able to get it. I came to visit my long-time customer. He usually calls me a shareholder. I have known Chinedu for I've known him since 2009, and I've introduced so many people to him. In fact, all my family, they know him. This is where we buy skincare. If we are in Enugu, we buy here, or I buy here, or I buy from Casabella. If you are a skincare person, you will know Casabella in ShopRite. ShopRite is no longer there anyway, but Casabella is still there, I guess. They are merged with Health Plus. So if you want good skincare, you can go to Chinedu's office. Finally, I went back to where they are selling the abacha. I was able to meet somebody and I got my abacha, and I also got Pepsi. What is abacha without Pepsi? That's how you have to enjoy it. So I was done from the market now. I came to the park, and remember I told you guys that the park is close to the market, so it was trekkable. Though it was a bit hard because of what I was carrying, but here I am, and as normal, you have to sit in the bus and wait until the 14 passengers is complete. We were just 3. You see that lady beside me? Oh my God. The lady at the time got angry and came down that she can't wait for this bus to be full again. And she was actually the one that made us enter this bus. So before this man beside me, you understand? She was number 1. There was number 1, number 2, I was number 3. So here I am eating my watermelon. I was hungry because I needed water, but I didn't want to eat I didn't want to drink water directly. I decided to take my pineapple. You guys know how long I've been craving pineapple. This my village people told me that it's not pineapple season, and I believed them. So the lady has calmed down. She said she's not going again, that she's going to look for another vehicle. So she came down. No, we're now remaining 3 again. I was just saying in my mind, all I know is that let me get home. And this particular vehicle I entered is not the one I'm supposed to enter. I didn't know that the vehicle that is going to my village now have a park inside the market, because I was looking for them all over. I didn't see them. I decided to enter Onitsha instead of entering Oji River. So you know that Anambra State that has Onitsha is close to Oji River. We share boundary. So that was why I entered this one. So they are going to stop me before they continue their journey to Onitsha. So this is us inside this thing. So I was just admiring Enugu. It's been a while. It's been a while, guys. If you don't know, I schooled in Enugu from the year 2010 to 2005. I was in Enugu. I was just traveling and coming back, but I love Enugu. And one of the reasons I love Enugu is because Enugu is calm. Enugu is clean. Enugu does not have that ras like Lagos, you understand? And things are affordable, unlike Lagos and Abuja. Like, Enugu is a beautiful city. So look at this road. They call this road Four Corner. This is the road they call Four Corner. If I'm wrong, correct me again. No, sorry. They call this Ugonyama. That's the hill that nobody knows. A lot of accidents happens on this road. When I mean a lot. But I was just filming it because I know that people don't pass here often. I don't pass here often. But the road is beautiful. You understand? And that is why you see, because people don't pass often, that's why it's still looking good the way it was looking. Finally, I'm home, and guess what? My leg froze. Like, I don't know what is wrong with my body, especially my left leg. It just goes numb. You understand? It just goes chill. It took me time to calm down from the bike, but I finally did. Then I had to tiptoe to the back of the house. This is back of our house anyway. So I was trying to get my leg before I continue my journey to inside my room. Like, it was painful, and it was now heavy. You understand? At this time, I was tired. When I mean I'm tired, I was tired. So thank God for a safe journey. A journey I started by 4 a.m. left home by 5:30. Here I am back in my room. Thank you, Jesus. Not all that went out actually came back, but Sikari went out and she came back in one piece. The only thing that is missing is her energy. The only thing missing is my energy. And I am so glad that I did not wear rubbish. Because tell me where I won't borrow clothes from. Because a lot of them, they were borrowing clothes. I didn't even show you guys that part. I had to borrow somebody my head tie. I had to borrow somebody. What else again? Okay, I borrowed one person the head tie, and another person was waiting for me to borrow her again, but I could not wait for her to finish. So guys, this is me, Joe. I just want to say thank you for watching to this extent. Thank you for spending this day with me. I am checking out. I'll see you in my next vlog. I love you all. Bye. Mwah.